Good morning, students. Welcome back to today's online class. So, I hope you are safe in your home by the grace of God. So, last class we have started the new chapter, Unit 19, Plant Physiology. So, I hope you all learned all the questions what are marked in the last class. Today, so in the last class we have learned plant physiology. So first we can recall what are the portions we have learned in the last class. So first you studied about what is plant physiology. Plant physiology means the study of different functions of plants are called plant physiology. You have learned, and so in that chapter you have learned last week. You have learned movement in plants. So in movement in plants, the plant body are move based on the stimulus. So based on the stimulus, the part of the plant or the plant body, it can move. So based on the stimulus, the movement of plant can be classified into two types. They are trophic movement and nastic movement. Trophism, it is otherwise called movement dependent on growth, and nastic movement, it is otherwise called movement independent on growth. In the trophic movement, growth is taken place. In the nastic movement, growth is not taken place. In the trophic movement, the movement is unidirectional, and the nastic movement is non-directional. So in trophic movement, based on this stimulus, it can be classified into 5 types. They are phototrophism, geotrophism, hydrotrophism, chemotrophism and thigmotrophism. So in phototrophism, the stimulus is light, and the geotrophism, the stimulus is gravity. In hydrotrophism, the stimulus is water, and chemotrophism, the stimulus is chemical, and thigmotrophism, the stimulus is touch. So that you have learned in the last classes. And the types of nastic movement you have learned. So based on the stimulus, the nastic movement can be classified into 3 types. They are photonasty, thermonasty and thigmonasty. So photonasty means the stimulus is light, thigmonasty means the stimulus is touch, the thermonasty means the stimulus is temperature. And the differences of trophic movement and nastic movement you have learned in the last classes. Today we are going to learn about the next physiological activities, that is photosynthesis. So today you are going to learn about photosynthesis. So first you can know about the meaning of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis means? Photo means, already you know, photo means light. Synthesis means building up. So photo means light, synthesis means building up. So photosynthesis literally means building up with the help of light. Photosynthesis means building up with the help of light. So we all know, see, the photosynthesis, it is a process, physiological process. It is taken place in the green plants. So the green plants are autotrophic mode of nutrition. So the green plants consist of autotrophic mode of nutrition. Already lower class you have learned about the mode of nutrition. There are 2 mode of nutrition is there. 2 type of mode of nutrition is there. One is autotrophic mode and heterotrophic mode. Heterotrophic mode has 2 types. They are saprophytes and parasites. So in the autotrophic mode of nutrition is taken place by green plants. We all know the plants are producers. They are prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. All the other living organisms, they are depending upon these green plants for their food. So green plants are called producers, and their mode of nutrition is autotrophic. Why green plants are called autotrophic mode of nutrition? So green plants are called autotrophic mode of nutrition because they prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. They can prepare our own food by the process of photosynthesis. First, we can know about the definition of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Means, so it is the process by which green plants synthesis carbohydrates by using carbon dioxide and water with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll. Okay, that is the definition for photosynthesis. What is the definition for photosynthesis? It is the process by which green plants synthesis carbohydrates by using carbon dioxide and water with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll. So we all know the materials required for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and light energy. So the materials required for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and light energy. We all know the carbon dioxide it can obtain from the air. So in the air carbon dioxide it is present. From the air the plant can absorb the carbon dioxide and water from the soil. So the plant can absorb the water, the root absorb the water and dissolved minerals from the soil. Then chlorophyll, it is a green pigment present in the leaves of the plant. So it is a green pigment present in the leaves of a plant. Then light energy, it is obtained from the sun. So these are the required materials for photosynthesis. So what is the definition for photosynthesis? It is the process by which green plants synthesis carbohydrates by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. That process is called photosynthesis. So the carbon dioxide, the green plants obtain carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil and chlorophyll, it is a green pigment present in the leaves and the light energy obtained from the sun. With the help of that, the green plants they can prepare the food, carbohydrates and see they are preparing the food carbohydrates and the carbohydrate directly it does not store in the plant body. These carbohydrates can be converted into starch and the starch only they can store in the plant body. So the carbohydrate it should be converted into starch and the starch is stored in the plant body. See here in the photosynthesis process, here the light energy it is converted into chemical energy. Light energy it is converted into chemical energy. So during photosynthesis the light energy it should be can be converted into chemical energy. So during photosynthesis they are utilizing the materials such as carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and light and they are preparing the food carbohydrate and the carbohydrate directly does not store in the plant body. The carbohydrate it should be converted into starch and it can be stored in the plant body. So during photosynthesis the carbon dioxide is reduced and water is oxidized. See here the carbon molecule is reduced from the carbon dioxide and the oxygen it is reduced from the water molecule. So the overall equation for photosynthesis are 6CO2. So they are using carbon dioxide and water. 12H2O. So in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll they are preparing the food carbohydrate that is C6H12O6. It is the molecular formula for glucose and water and the gas is evolved during photosynthesis that is oxygen. So during photosynthesis carbon dioxide is taking in, they are absorb carbon dioxide and releasing out oxygen. So during photosynthesis, the oxygen gas is evolved outside. So this is the overall equation for photosynthesis. So the the chemical equation for photosynthesis are 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. They are preparing the carbohydrate, that is glucose, C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. So oxygen gas is evolved during photosynthesis. This is the overall equation for photosynthesis. Have you understood? So next we can prove chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis by an experiment. So for that experiment, first see pluck a variegated leaf from the Coleus plant. Coleus plant means croton plant. From the croton plant, we all know the leaves have many colors. Many colors are there. So green color is there, yellow is there, white color is there. Many patches of colors are there. From the Coleus plant, we can pluck one leaf. This leaf can be keeping in the dark room for de-starch the leaf. So first we have to de-starch the leaf. For that we have to keep the leaf in the dark room for 24 hours. So after 24 hours, we have taken this leaf and tested for starch. So what we have to do means, first we have to draw the picture of the leaf and mark where the green patches are there. So where the green patches are there, we have marked that part and test for starch. So first we can immerse the leaf in the boiling water for few minutes, and then it is immersed into the alcohol and take the leaf, and after that we have to test for starch. So first we have to immerse the leaf in the boiling water, then followed by alcohol. After that take the leaf and test for starch. In that test, we have poured some iodine solution on the leaf. So after few minutes, what will happen? What we have observed is that green patches are turned into blue-black in color. Why means, in that chlorophyll pigment is there. The photosynthesis is taken place in that place, and the starch is prepared and stored in that place, so that it can be changed into blue-black in color. From this experiment, we can prove that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So, from this experiment, we can prove that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Next, another one experiment is that light is necessary for photosynthesis. See how we can prove it. For that experiment, first we have to take one potted plant. Take one potted plant and keep the plant in the dark room for 24 hours. Why means? To de-starch the leaves. So to de-starch the leaves, we have to keep this potted plant in a dark room for 24 hours. After that, we can take the potted plants and select one leaf and cover the leaf with thin black color paper in one portion. We have make sure that both the side of the leaf will be covered by the thin black color paper, and keep this setup in the direct sunlight for 4 to 6 hours. So keep this setup in the direct sunlight for 4 to 6 hours. After 6 hours, we have pluck this leaf which was covered by the black paper, and remove the black paper, and the leaf is tested for starch. So first the leaf, it can be immersed in the boiling water, then it was followed by alcohol, and after that the leaf must be tested for starch. That in that we have to pour some iodine solution on the leaf. So after sometimes we can observe the portion which was not covered by the black paper, that portion alone that can turn into blue black in color, and the portion which was covered by the black paper, it does not turn into blue black in color. Why means, see, when we after the setup, see, we are keeping the potted plant in the direct sunlight for photosynthesis. See, the portion which was exposed to sunlight, carbon dioxide, everything, in that portion photosynthesis process is taken place, but the covered portion, the photosynthesis is not taken place. So from this experiment we can prove that light is necessary for photosynthesis. So the required materials for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and sunlight. So from this the green plants, they are preparing their own food. So one insect, so it consists of, that insect name Vespa orientalis. The local name for that insect is orientalis hornet. See, the Tel Aviv University scientists have found out, see, this insect, the orientalis hornets, have some pigments in the abdomen. So in the abdominal portion, it consists of thick cuticle, and it was covered by the pigment. That pigment is not the chlorophyll. The pigment name is that yellow pigment. It consists of yellow pigment called xanthopterin. The cuticle consists of xanthopterin, that is the yellow pigment which is sensitive for light. So the cuticle of the abdomen is very thick, that is consists of stack of 30 layers of yellow pigment it is present, that is xanthopterin. They are sensitive for light, they are absorbing the light molecules, and it can be converted into electrical energy. So in this insect, the light energy, it is converted into electrical energy. So this insect, that is the insect name Vespa orientalis, that insect trap the sunlight and it can be converted into electrical energy. How it is converted means, because the presence of yellow pigment present in the abdomen. That yellow pigment name is xanthopterin. So this is about photosynthesis. So today's class we have learned about photosynthesis. Now you all know what is photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? It is the process by which green plant synthesis carbohydrates by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So that is the definition for photosynthesis. So now you can mark the question. So you can turn page number 230. First one, choose the correct answer. So last class, first question you have marked. Second one, the chemical reaction occurs during photosynthesis is option A, carbon dioxide is reduced and water is oxidized. Then seventh question, chlorophyll in a leaf is required for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll in a leaf is required for photosynthesis. Then Roman letter 2, fill in the blanks. Third one, the green pigment present in the plant is chlorophyll. The green pigment present in the plant is chlorophyll. Then sixth question, plant take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis but need dash for their living, oxygen. Then Roman letter 4. State whether true or false. If false, correct the statement. The first one, the response of a part of a plant to the chemical stimulus is called phototrophism. So, chemical stimulus means chemotrophism. So, that statement is wrong. So, you have to write false and you have to correct the statement. In the place of phototrophism, you have to write chemotrophism. Chemotrophism. Then second one, shoot is positively phototrophic and negatively geotrophic. True. Then fourth one, photosynthesis produces glucose and carbon dioxide. So photosynthesis produces glucose and oxygen. So that statement also wrong. So you can write false and you have to correct the statement. Photosynthesis produces glucose and carbon dioxide, it is given. In the place of carbon dioxide, you have to write oxygen. Oxygen. Then fifth one, photosynthesis important in releasing oxygen to keep the atmosphere in balance. So during photosynthesis, oxygen is releasing up, so it can keep the atmosphere balanced. True. That statement is true. Then Roman letter 5, fourth question. Photosynthesis converts energy X into energy Y. So already you have learned during photosynthesis the light energy is converted into chemical energy. So you have to write the answer. What are X and Y? So X is write the answer near the question. X is light energy. X is light energy. Y is chemical energy. X is light energy. Y is chemical energy. Then the same question, B part. Green plants are autotrophic in their mode of nutrition. Why? That answer is in page number 228. 28. Photosynthesis heading is there, no? That para fifth line. You see, green plants are autotrophic in their mode of nutrition because they prepare their food materials through a process called photosynthesis. Up to that. Green plants are autotrophic in their mode of nutrition because they prepare their food materials through a process called photosynthesis. Then, next, Roman letter 6. Third question, fill in the blanks. 6 CO2 plus dash it is given. So in that dash you have to write 12 H2O. 12 H2O. Then in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, dash plus 6 O2 it is given. There you can write C6 H12O6. C6 H12O6. C6 H12O6. Then fourth question, what is chlorophyll? So near the question you can write the answer. Chlorophyll is a green pigment. Chlorophyll is a green pigment present in the leaves. Chlorophyll is a green pigment present in the leaves. Then fifth one, name the part of the plant which shows positive geotrophism. Root. Root. Why? Because root grows always towards the direction of gravity. Because root grows always towards the direction of gravity. The ninth question, to which directional stimuli do roots respond? B. Shoot respond. First one A. Roots responds to gravity. Roots responds to gravity. Then B. Shoots respond to light. Shoots respond to light. Then Roman letter 8. Higher order thinking skill. There are 3 plants A, B and C. The flowers of A open their petals in bright light during the day but closes when it gets dark at night. On the other hand, the flowers of plant B open their petals at night but closes during the day when there is bright light. The leaves of plant C folded up and droop when touched with fingers on any other solid object. First A question. Name the phenomenon shown by the flowers of plant A and B. Photonasty. Photonasty. Then B. Name one plant each which behaves like the flowers of plant A and B. Plant A, dandelion flower. Dandelion flower. Dandelion. Dandelion flower. B. Moonflower. B. Moonflower. Then C. Name the phenomenon exhibited by the leaves of plant C. Thigmonasty. 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 Then second one. Imagine that student A studied the importance of certain factors in photosynthesis. He took a potted plant and kept in the dark room for 24 hours. In the early hours of next morning, he covered one of the leaf with a dark paper in the center only. Then he placed the plant in sunlight for few hours and tested the leaf which was covered with black paper for starch. A. What aspect of photosynthesis was being investigated? Light is necessary for that question. You can write the answer near the question. Light is necessary for photosynthesis. Light is necessary for photosynthesis. Light is necessary for photosynthesis. Then B. Why was the plant kept in the dark before the experiment? That answer also near the question you can write. To de-starch its leaves. To de-starch. D-E-starch. S-T-A-R-C-H. Starch its leaves. To de-starch its leaves. Then C. How will you prove that starch is present in the leaves? How will you prove that starch is present in the leaves? That answer also you can write near the question. The leaf is tested with iodine solution. The leaf is tested with iodine solution. The leaf is tested with iodine solution. So, okay students, you can learn all the question that you have marked today. So, you can learn everything. Okay, thank you students.